Thursday, 11:53. Damn, so time is really flying by. Thursday night. So let me talk about what I did today. But before that, if you're new to this is the journey of 0 to 1 billion. It's just me documenting myself, building my business every day. Business models, QLA, private equity, LBOs, buying businesses using leverage. And I love this game, man. I'm obsessed with this at this point. I'm absolutely obsessed with it. So all I can think about, it's like nothing else matters, really. This is like the biggest thing. Like, I'm in love with this game. I love the idea of raising money. I love the idea of like reading numbers, seeing how much money, like seeing the money. I just love the game. So a couple of things I'm working on right now I could talk about. So this week I wanted to do about 400 touch points. So I don't know how much we're at right now. I'm probably at like 350 touch points. Touch points as in like, how many outreach points did I do? How many cold calls did you do, for example? This week I'm doing straight cold calls, probably next week as well. And I want to do 10 letters a day. So I'm not gonna lie, this week, guys, I'm falling behind because a couple reasons. I want to sleep at 10 p.m. every day, or 10:30, be in bed max. And right now it's 11:50 something and I'm not even in bed yet. So falling behind on the goal of the timing to go to bed. And also the goal of doing letters, I've been falling behind on that. I want to do about like 10 a day, 7 days, so 70. And I think I just need to have a day where like I do a bunch of them. Today I only did like 3 of them. And I only did 20 cold calls today. I had 4 rejections. And what I could say is right now I'm getting through the gatekeepers. Like, I'm getting through it so easily. Like, it's a lot easier for me to get through these gatekeepers. And what I discovered is like you got to really learn how to speak their language. Whatever industry you're in, every industry is going to be a little bit different, but you got to know how to speak their language, see what they're worried about. What you find is that like fear causes people to react better. So sometimes even just naming your company a certain way might make it sound like, oh, like the hospital's calling or something. But you got to know how to press the urgency. Like, I know exactly what to tell them. And a lot of times, like, they'll actually look for the owner. Like, it's been working. Like the last 3 days, I don't know. I just switched my approach. And in the beginning, I would say like, hey, I was using the QLA approach in the beginning. And QLA, they talk about mention the word joint venture. Like, I'm looking to speak to the owner in regards of a joint venture. For example, you say something like that. Most people are like, what the hell is a joint venture? Like, what are you talking in like the 1800s language, joint venture? Like, no one understands what that really means. I got a lot of, like what? And if you just ask for the business owner just straight up, they'll be defensive, right? But then I switched it to like, oh, I'm calling in regards of a confidential business opportunity. Business opportunity? Sales call? Click. So it developed to, I'm calling over a sensitive topic in regards to blah, 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 blah. And then even if you mention the name on top of that, like mention the actual owner's name, then they're like, oh, okay, give me a second, I'm gonna put you on hold. And then they go get the owner. But it's not that simple. The word you use and how you phrase it matters, but that's just to give you an idea. So that's been going well. Something else that's going, like a deep idea I've been thinking about is, man, just saying like, fuck it, like just going all in. Just going all in, man. And usually whenever I do a business venture, I usually get to this point of like maybe 6 months in, something like that. And I just like say, fuck it, I just go all in. And then that's when I start losing money. And I'm at that point right now. I've seen this before, but yeah, I still want to do it again. It's because like when you get in too deep, it's like the only way out is through sometimes. That's how you feel. But my cold email campaigns is going to happen February 9th. I'm going to start it. I'm excited to see the results on that. But another option I've been considering is perhaps maybe I should just build out the team and just like go all in, like build a whole team about it, build a whole process, and just have an insane deal flow come through. That way, I can also partner with people a lot easier. And that idea is very interesting. So I think to start off, to build this team that I'm talking about, I need like, I don't know how much I'll need. I'll probably need like a good $5,000 if I'm being honest. And I could try and scrap and bite and claw my way through and like just do the 5K like all myself. Just have it work and I'll be the case study. So when it works, you know, like if you use these same processes, not like a course, like I'll have a team, I'll build out a team for you, or no, I won't even build out the team. I'll give you the deal on a silver platter all the way to you, vetted through 2 interviews, everything, like all the way to you. You just have to look at the deal, negotiate with the seller, and from there you do the LOI. So I'll bring it all the way till the LOI stage, all the way to you. And that could be something I do for people. And that's because I've seen it with other people doing it. And they get so many customers when they do it like that. Like they bring you deals on a silver platter. And everyone I ask that's in this space are like, yeah, I'd love to take a look at more leads on deals. Like this is hot. Like this is a hot industry. So building out a team would not only be good for me, but I could also use that with other people as well. So that way I could like expand myself in a way I couldn't have done before. And that's a very interesting option to me. I think I definitely want to take a look at that. And something I did today, I was reaching out to people on Facebook because I'm in so many, like I'm in like 4 of these groups where like M&A groups, like investor groups. I'm in other groups as well for like strictly investors, like people actually looking for deals, like equity cash injection type of investors. They want to look at the numbers of the business. They want to see how well it's operated, who the operator is going to be, and they want to see what kind of return they'll get. So you got this pool of people over here. You got the pool of people who are looking to do deals themselves. And I messaged maybe like 20 to like 40 people on Facebook. And I didn't like, it wasn't like a sales pitch. It was kind of like, hey, I see we're in the same, I don't think I want to share all the information, but basically I got in conversations with these people that are potentially customers of the team that I would build. And I was speaking with them, just like a normal conversation to see like, hey, like, can I help you? Like, are you interested in something like this? And everyone's interested in it, but the question is, are you willing to pay for it? You see what I'm saying? Like maybe I could get a customer who's willing to pay like the startup cost. And then from there, I'll build a team that could support my leads and their leads at the same time. And from there, I could get case studies. Like it's a crazy idea. So it's kind of like almost like drop shipping. Like you want to get the demand before you bring the supply. I want to bring in the money before I expend the money. So that way I'm safe on a risk standpoint. So that's something it's pretty easy to work on. I don't know how many messages I could send on Facebook before I get banned. But if I send messages every day and I have conversations with people every single day, I'll find someone who's interested in like working on this. Like the deal I'll give them is like insane deal. Like you cannot pass it up. The people that do these kind of like all the way till LOI stage, these people, the way they structure their deals is they'll ask for a retainer amount up front. So they'll ask, for example, like $5,000 up front. And then whenever I give you a deal and you actually close it, at the end of it, I want 5% of the transaction for me, for conducting it, which is insane. Some guy, Japanese guy, his name's like Shunsaki Sugamo or something like that. They structure it where they get 5% of the deal, but it's all success fee basis. Like they don't charge anything up front, which is also insane. That's also a different model, but you get 5% of the transaction. So if you close a $10 million deal, that's $500,000 if I'm doing the math right. So there's big money in the success fee. And there's different ways of structuring it. Like I've seen some people structure it where they get like percentage of the first million, a percentage of the second, and then percentage of everything after, or percentage of like potentially like you make, if you do a $10 million deal, you'll get like $300,000 plus like the upfront cost. And that's like insane big money. There's different ways of structuring how you actually pay it. But what if I'm just gonna charge you like a retainer up front and like maybe like a 1% on the back end, so that way I have an incentive to like see you succeed, you know? So that way you feel safe. Because you can't trust people, but the one thing you can trust is people to follow their best interest. That's definitely something I've learned. I've been burned on partners in the past, and definitely something I'm worried about is if I build out this team and I expend my money, how do I know like people are just gonna steal my money? You see what I'm saying? I definitely need to go about it strategically. But there's a lot of options when it comes to this right here. Like this is like kind of like a fork in the road. And I'm still gonna stick with what I'm doing, stick with what I can control. Like today I sent about like 40 LinkedIn connections. So the LinkedIn side is strong. And what I'm realizing, I don't know why I didn't realize this before. Like I completely ignore LinkedIn when it comes to deal flow because you can only do like 20 connections a day. That's like, it's like nothing. But maybe you do multiple accounts, which is something that I've discussed with someone recently. But here's the thing. I'll connect with these people, and then once they connect with me, like I don't hit them up after they're in the door. Because the way LinkedIn works, if you don't know, it's like you have a chance to send them like a quick message on like a connection request. It's kind of like if I try to follow you on Instagram, I could request to follow you, and I'll leave like a note with my request. But the note can only be like 300 characters, so it's a very small note. So it's kind of like a Trojan horse. Like you get in the door, and then once they accept your request, you can like message them as much as you want. So it's like once I'm through the Trojan horse, I don't message them. I don't know why. Today, like all the people that accepted over the past couple of days, because I've been focused on it this week, I messaged them today. So potential meetings that could happen. It's pretty insane. Like it's pretty direct, which is very good about LinkedIn. Yeah, so the biggest like annoying part, another thing, guys, I'll get to that in a second. The most annoying thing right now is my job. Not because like I don't like it. It's more so because like the timing of it is so hard to deal with. As in like it takes the chunk of the day in the middle of the day. Like all the time I have to work is like taken up. Like when I come back home, I can work on the notes. I got back home today, I worked out, but I was supposed to go to the boxing gym today. And from my job till the boxing gym, I might put a screenshot because I screenshotted it. It was an hour drive to get to the boxing gym. And then from the gym to my house is like 30 minutes. So I was like, damn, like, do I want to allocate an hour and 30 minutes of my time just for driving? Like, that doesn't even include the workout. Like, I'm not going to have any time to do any LinkedIn or any mailing or anything. Like, and I want to sleep at 10? Like, how is that even possible, man? Like, the math doesn't add up. The math does not add up. If I work out an hour, I drive for an hour and a half, right? I get off at a certain time. I need to eat. I mean, you don't need to eat. I mean, if you really want to break it down, like you might not even want to eat. But then I do this and that, and I want to get enough sleep. Like it's impossible. Like that's what I'm finding. Like doing the work and trying to get good sleep is so hard. There's a reason why like your life is unbalanced. Like I I slept at 10 the other day. Like I fell asleep by accident. If you go like 2 videos before this, and I'm not gonna lie, when I woke up that morning, that was like some of the best sleep I've had in like over a year. I'm not gonna lie. Best sleep I've had. Because it's different when you sleep between like 10 to like 2 a.m. Like that time period when you're asleep, it's like reboot on like an ultimate level. I don't know what it is, but it's kind of like I was always just counting the hours I sleep, but what matters more is the time of the hours when you sleep. Because when I woke up, I felt like my feet, like most of the time I wake up and my feet like still kind of like aching from the past day. Like it feels like I was like standing up all day. Like I'll wake up and I still feel it. But that night I woke up, I stood on my feet. It's like complete reset. Like that feeling was gone. It's like I was sitting down for a long time and I could go back to work. I felt so good, man. I had so much energy. But would you rather be a poor person who has a lot of good sleep, or would you rather be a rich person who's always tired? I choose rich and tired. Most of the time, that's what I end up choosing, like right now. But yeah, a bunch of ideas, a bunch of thoughts. Here's a question I have for you guys. Would you rather be rich and tired or poor and energized? I think we know the answer, but comment it if you're watching at this point and put it in all caps so we know you watched till the end of the video.